We are often told society is split. There is a left and a right. This idea is simple. It is also very useful for those in power. Complex issues are forced into these two boxes. Real debate is stifled. People are encouraged to pick a side. They are told the other side is the enemy. This framework benefits a select few. It does not benefit the general population. We must look beyond these labels. We must see how this division truly functions in our world today. This manufactured division keeps people apart. It stops them from seeing their common interests. Many ordinary people, whether labeled left or right, face similar struggles. They worry about jobs, they worry about healthcare, they worry about the future for their children. But the focus remains on the differences. The system encourages arguments over symbols. It distracts from the substance of power. This distraction serves a clear purpose. It protects established hierarchies from genuine challenge from a united populace. The left-right dichotomy is not a natural state of human organization. It is a construct. It has been carefully built and maintained over time. Powerful interests have invested heavily in this narrative. They understand that a divided population is easier to control. It is easier to manage. If people believe their neighbors are their primary adversaries, they will not look upwards. They will not question the sources of their difficulties. This is a fundamental tool of social control in supposedly democratic societies. Ultimately, this division weakens the power of the public. When people spend their energy fighting each other, they cannot unite. They cannot form a common front. They cannot challenge the real structures of power. This is not an accident. It is a strategy. It is designed to maintain the status quo. It ensures that decisions continue to be made by a small group. This group operates outside the public gaze. They benefit from the public's infighting and disarray which they themselves help to create. The corporate media plays a crucial role in this process. It constantly reinforces the left-right framework. News stories are framed through this lens. Pundits are chosen to represent these opposing viewpoints. This creates the appearance of debate, but it is often a very narrow debate. The fundamental assumptions of the system are rarely questioned. The media sets the agenda. It decides what is important. It tells us how to think about the issues presented, often subtly guiding us. Most major media outlets are large corporations, or they are owned by even larger conglomerates. Their primary interest is profit. They also have close ties to other powerful corporate interests, and to the state. This means their reporting often reflects these interests. They are unlikely to present information that seriously challenges the existing power structures. They amplify voices that fit the established narrative. They marginalize or ignore dissenting perspectives. This is how consent for the existing order is manufactured day after day. The illusion of choice in media is pervasive. We see many channels, we see many websites, but the range of permitted opinion is often very limited. The same basic assumptions underpin most mainstream coverage. Controversies are highlighted, but these are usually within the accepted boundaries of the left-right divide. Issues that fall outside this divide receive little attention. This shapes public perception. It limits our understanding of the world. It makes it harder to see alternative possibilities for our society. Social media platforms can exacerbate this problem. Algorithms are designed to keep users engaged. They often do this by showing people content that confirms their existing beliefs. This creates echo chambers. People are increasingly isolated in their own information bubbles. They are less exposed to different viewpoints. This makes the divisions seem even deeper. It makes dialogue and understanding more difficult. The technology intended to connect often serves to further entrench the artificial divides. Corporate interests exert enormous influence over the political system. This influence transcends party lines. Large corporations and wealthy individuals fund political campaigns. They spend vast sums on lobbying. They shape legislation to benefit their bottom line. This is not a secret. It is a well-documented feature of our political reality. The concerns of ordinary citizens are often drowned out by the power of money. This happens regardless of which party holds nominal power. Politicians from both major parties often depend on this corporate support. They need it to get elected. They need it to stay in power. As a result, their policies often reflect the interests of their donors, not the interests of the general public. There may be differences in rhetoric. There may be disagreements on social issues, but on fundamental economic questions, there is often a broad consensus. This consensus favors corporate power. It favors the concentration of wealth. This is the unstated agreement. Consider policies related to deregulation. Consider tax cuts for the wealthy. Consider trade agreements that benefit multinational corporations. These policies often receive bipartisan support, or they are implemented by one party and left untouched by the other. The public may be divided on these issues, but the political establishment, influenced by corporate power, often moves in a single direction. This direction serves the few, not the many. The illusion of choice masks a deeper uniformity of purpose among elites. The political debates we see are often a form of theater. They are designed to engage the public emotionally. They distract from the real decision-making processes. These processes occur behind closed doors. They involve negotiations between politicians, lobbyists, and corporate executives. The outcomes of these negotiations shape our lives, but we have little say in them. The democratic facade conceals a system that is profoundly undemocratic in its operation and outcomes, serving narrow sectors of power. The notion of democratic choice as presented can be an illusion. We are offered a limited menu of options. These options are often pre-selected by those with power and influence. Voting is important, but it is not enough. If the choices themselves are constrained by forces beyond our control, then our freedom is limited. We are participating in a ritual that legitimizes a system that may not serve our best interests. This realization is the first step towards change. True freedom begins in the mind. It means recognizing the manipulation. It means seeing beyond the artificial divisions. We must develop critical thinking skills. We must question the narratives we are fed by the media and politicians. We must seek out alternative sources of information. We must learn to identify the interests that lie behind the messages we receive. This mental liberation is essential. It is the foundation upon which any meaningful social change can be built. It allows us to see the world as it is. People have far more in common than the system wants us to believe. Most people want a decent life. They want security for their families. They want clean air and water. They want access to education and healthcare. They want a society based on fairness and justice. These are not left-wing or right-wing values. They are human values. The artificial divisions prevent us from recognizing this shared humanity. They stop us from building solidarity across these imagined lines. Therefore, unity is crucial. We must learn to look past the labels. We must find common ground with those who have been portrayed as our opponents. We must dissent against a system that thrives on division and control. By understanding the illusion, we can begin to dismantle it. We can work together. We can demand real democracy. We can build a society that serves the interests of all its members, not just a privileged few. This is the challenge before us. It is a difficult path, but it is the only path to genuine freedom.